Alrighty, folks, they are finally here. Man, it's felt like these things have been on pre-order for so long. But yeah, finally got them in. Ford Mustang GT3s from 2024 IMSA Daytona. Very cool. These have been very highly anticipated for quite some time now, and for good reason. They're very cool, and they're also very late too, which kind of adds to the hype of it, I guess. The more time that goes by with something on pre-order, the more people kind of get antsy for it. I also did pull out my Daytona edition just to have them all present. These are the only 3 Ford Mustang GT3s that we have gotten so far. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to keep the collection up to date forever. So yeah, I'm just going to get both these cracked open, get them out of the blister. Had to order them in the blisters because they sold out on RC Mart. I was not able to get them, so I had to wait for them to hit the States, which kind of sucks because it takes way longer. Usually, from the time a new set or a new pre-order drops in Hong Kong, China, Asia, wherever, it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks for those cars to become available in the United States, just because I guess that's just how it works. They've got to get to the United States, and then you've got to order them, and then they've got to come in. So it takes a long time. That's part of the reason I like to order stuff from RC Mart. Not to mention it always ends up being much cheaper too. So anyways, they are here, so it doesn't matter anymore. So we'll get all this plastic out of the way. So much plastic to waste. This is another reason I don't really care to order from the US, is because I don't really care for the blisters all that much. I don't like all the wasted material. Anyways, here's the card art. They are pretty much exactly the same. I don't think there's any difference except for obviously the slight differences on the cars themselves. They're both going around the big bend at the Daytona track. So pretty nice card art. Pretty standard for IMSA. In fact, I think all the Daytona cars usually have this same exact background, which is a little bit boring, but is what it is. Anyways, there's those. So let's jump into it. We'll start with the older one first, which is the number 64 car. This is Mini GT number 898. I mean, even just looking at that, you can see this one's pretty old. Pretty much anything before 1,000 is kind of old. Well, not old, but kind of, I mean, for a new release, it's pretty old. So yeah, an 898 Ford Mustang GT3 number 64 from 2024 IMSA Daytona 24 hours. And it is the Ford Multimatic Motorsports team. There's all the information on the back, Ford and IMSA licensing. And then there's that information there. I guess I'll go ahead and show the box for this one as well. 1012 for the number 65. Again, Ford Mustang GT3 from 2024 Daytona. And then there's the information on the back of this one too. I always have liked the Ford licensing stickers. They look pretty cool. So yeah, these cars are going to be pretty much the same. There's not going to be a whole lot of differences. In fact, I think the only difference is the number and the names of the drivers up on the roof right there. I did spot one other difference after I got finished recording. You can probably pick it out pretty quick here, but the windshield banners are a little bit different too. So on the number 64 car, it's done in white. And then this one, it is done in black. So a little bit different windshield banners as well. Probably just makes them a little bit easier to differentiate as they're actually racing. So that's probably the reason they did that. But other than that, I didn't see any other differences. I think that's the only difference. I think other than that, they are identical. There are the numbers on the back, which of course are different. The numbers on the sides, on the hood, obviously the other side, and then yeah, the names. I think that's the only thing different. I don't really imagine anything else would be different because these I know in 2024 and 2025 these were racing in tandem with each other. I don't know if they've changed up their livery since 2024, maybe slightly, but overall, it is a really nice livery, and I'll find a picture. So when I've looked at this car before or seen it or whatever, I actually thought that Mini GT got the horse on the side wrong. So you'll notice the snout right here the bottom of the snout, like right where the mouth of the horse would be, is kind of parallel with the bottom of the red portion of this box. And I feel like every photo I see of this car in real life, the snout goes way down farther, like almost to the bottom of the white box. Like I'll kind of put that up on screen so you can see. And so originally I thought that Mini GT got it wrong, but I'm noticing I kind of looked at some photos of the 2024 Daytona versions, or at least I tried to find that pictures of them from that specific event. It does seem like the real car had the horse in the same orientation. So I think for the most part it is like the whole like livery and the horse and everything is pretty accurate. Although at first I didn't think it was. So now that I know that, I'm a bit more pleased. When I saw Glenn working on them and saw the liveries, I was like, wait, that doesn't really line up that good. But anyways, very nice casting overall. I did do a review on this one when it came in, so we did kind of get like a sneak peek of it. But now that they're wearing the actual racing liveries with the Michelin tire printing on the wheels, it looks really, really good. So again, Michelin prints, they look good. Nice and crisp on the edge of the tire. The wheels are kind of done in like it's not quite a gunmetal gray. I guess you could call it a gunmetal gray, but they're done in like a nice metallic gray color, which actually does match the color of the wheels on the real cars pretty nicely. Actually, the color could be just a tad darker, but aside from that, it does look pretty good. These will obviously spin really well and roll really well too. One thing I did notice kind of right away is the exhaust. So the exhaust kind of runs down this side skirt right there, comes out right there, and then this is kind of some of the piping. So it's actually, the metal is actually indented so you can feel the texture of it, and then they painted it in with like a metallic gold color or like a bronze color. Actually really well done exhaust. Like I think that's probably the best way they could do it without like actually molding in a separate piece behind this panel. So that looks really good. I really do like that. But yeah, number 64 box with the WeatherTech, Ford Performance, the Rolex badge right there, Sparco, just nice sponsorship logos, GTD Pro, as is seen by all the red accents on the car. The mirrors are done in rubber, but they actually do look pretty nice. I feel like those are fairly accurate to the real car. There's a little bit of carbon fiber behind the rear window where that fuel filler and number box are, which look pretty cool. Again, names of the drivers up on the roof right there. Ford Performance, Mustang GT3 on the windshield banner. I do like how they painted these vents in the hood silver. That adds a nice bit of detail. If that was just like plain black, it's fine, obviously, but just little things like that are what I like to see. It just adds a bit of detail to it. Makes it feel a little bit more complex and premium, I guess. But here's the front. I do like the Mustang badge in that center grille, kind of outlined in white. It actually looks pretty good. It's not a badge or anything. It looks like just raised plastic from that grille, but the white outlines look pretty good. Headlights are very thin, very small. They are clear acrylic. I'm having a little trouble seeing if there's any actual bulb detail behind the lens. I wonder if the other one is any different. Nah, it's pretty much the same. There might be a little bit of something behind it, but they're really thin headlights, so it's be kind of hard to see anyways. But they overall, like the shape and everything does look good. You've got some LED lights in these little compartments, little 5 dots on each one. That looks pretty good. Overall, it looks good. Front splitter. I don't know if the front splitters on these are carbon fiber. It would have been cool if they would have done them in carbon. If they are. Same with the rear diffuser as well. But then again, I really don't know. But yeah, it looks really good. I really like the coloring of these cars too. That dark blue with the lighter blue just looks really cool. And then I like how it kind of goes into white and red at the back end of the car. Speaking of back end of the car, once again, just like the actual Dark Horse casting and that Daytona edition back there, they did just paint these taillights, but I actually think they look really good. Usually, I'm not a big fan of when they just do paint instead of acrylic, but I think for this taillight design, it just works. It works and it looks good. They use like a metallic paint, and then the housing of it is done in like black. In fact, that might actually be like a separate black plastic piece with some red metallic paint, but I think the taillights look really good on these ones. So there's that. Again, LED indicator in the center down there. Overall, very nice. Massive rear wing on these. It says Mustang on the top, and then Ford on the sides with the red, which also denotes the GTD Pro class. Yeah, I really like the. I kind of just overall like the design of this livery. I think that Ford and this team did a good job with it. It looks very cool. So there's the number 64 car. Like I said, the number 65 is going to be pretty much the same. Just different names of the drivers right there and different numbers. Yeah, these are really cool. I'm not really seeing any crazy quality control issues or flaws or anything. Everything's looking pretty crisp on these, which is good. Yeah, I like them a lot. They're very, very cool. I can't wait to get more. They've actually done some pretty cool liveries for the Mustang GT3 already. I know that we have another one on pre-order that's in this livery. I think it's probably a 2025 season car. But hopefully we start seeing some more like different liveries of this car, because we're a little bit behind on this one. I mean, we're behind on a lot of stuff when it comes to IMSA. Mini DT's definitely not been putting very much emphasis on that lineup, which kind of sucks because I'm a pretty big IMSA fan. But I mean, we got these two Mustangs, and we also did get this Corvette as well. So this one's from 2025. This freaking Corvette is awesome. So awesome. This is one of my favorite liveries that I've seen in the past couple of years for IMSA. It was just really, really cool. But anyways, I think that's about it. I'll put up, I think I showed some photos earlier, but I'll put up another photo of these on screen. I found a cool one of them sitting together with all the drivers and stuff. And I think that picture was from the 2024 season. I could be wrong, but either way, the liveries are similar enough. Yeah, these are awesome. For everybody that's been patiently or impatiently waiting for these to come out, they're nice. They're really nice. I don't really see any issues with them. It was a pretty well done casting, so I guess it's worth waiting a little bit longer when they are this good. So there's not really anything for me to complain about with them. They're nice models. If you're an IMSA fan, Mustang fan, definitely worth picking up in my opinion. So I would recommend doing so before they sell out and prices go up, because IMSA stuff seems to be popping, especially the Porsches, but the Lamborghinis, the BMWs, seems like all the IMSA stuff does pretty well. So get them sooner rather than later, and I think you'll be happy with them. But with that being said, that's about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.